You said you've been working with corruption for several years now. So, within that, I'm sure you've come across some pretty interesting situations. What's the craziest corruption repair that you've come across?
Well, okay, so first off, yes, we've dealt with a lot of seriously corrupt databases that we've helped people with. And we've had pretty good success on many of them. And however, with politicians and judges and police and a number of things like that, the term corruption has been a little bit, I don't know, taken over and overused perhaps by the media and those people who don't like the police or those people who don't like our legal system or our politicians or whatever. And so unfortunately, the term corruption as it applies to databases is very different to corruption as it may happen in the government or the legal system. Okay. Now, to be clear, we only do database corruption. We don't do government repair. That's Elon Musk out there chasing that one today. But it was, so the craziest corruption we came across was it's 2 a.m. on a Sunday morning. I get a call from someone, and we're on the West Coast. This person happened to be on the East Coast, so it was about 5 a.m. their time on a Sunday morning, and they needed help with corruption. They're in a situation where they need my help right now with fixing a corrupt database. And I don't know if they didn't know enough to understand what my help page was describing on how we do corruption repair, but it turned out that they had just been arrested by, in their terms, corrupt police officer, and that they were going to have to go before a corrupt judge for sentencing, and they needed me to get into the police computer system and fix the corruption with the police and the judge. Well, whether or not the police or the judge were actually corrupt is debatable. I mean, I don't even know what location this was coming from. But even if they were completely corrupt, that's not the kind of thing that I do. I had to explain to them that that's a different kind of corruption than we work on. And I just felt so bad for this guy because he thought he got me on the line and I was able to get him out of all the trouble he was having here. And no, there was no hope in being able to, well, from my perspective, in being able to fix this. But the craziest part of it is it took me almost 5 minutes of his one phone call after being arrested to explain to him exactly why we couldn't help with that, because what the difference is between what we do with corruption repair versus trying to fix our system. So crazy things happen. And that's one of those that I'll never forget that, even though it was one of those groggy 2 a.m. calls that someone got a hold of me to help them with their corruption.
Yeah.